Alrighty, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome back to some Iron 4 Spectates Korea Edition. Now, I was doing a little bit of hunting for the comment section on the last one. On the last episode, like from yesterday, I was looking at the comment section, somebody suggesting, hey, can you find me a Shyvana top player? Let me tell you, brother, if you're watching this video, I tried very diligently because I've been hunting for a while. I like to see like weird picks and different champs that you don't normally see all that much. And I only found one player in Iron 4 after like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of names scanned. Like honestly, I wouldn't be like probably exaggerating saying like over 1,000 games I looked at as well. But couldn't find one single person. I found one person actually that played one game of Shyvana, but it was in jungle and it was months ago. But one thing I did notice when I was going down the list, because you get to see like the mains of the champions when you're checking, probably the biggest commonality that I found in all of the champions that I was looking at was Yone and Yasuo. But I think Yone may have edged out Yasuo ever so slightly. This champion is beloved. In this, I don't know if it's across the entire region, but this particular bracket, every other person has got Yone in their top 3. And I'd even wager like you're looking at maybe 40-50% of people that are in that bracket. You go down through it, one of their top 2 champions is Yone or it's Yasuo. It is insane. And I understand that there's a lot of like talk around Korea and the server and that like, you know, mechanics matter. So it makes sense that, you know, if they care a lot about showing off micro and showing off their individual mechanics, that you pick a champion like this, like Yone, like Yasuo, that are incredibly flashy and they get to show off their mechanics pretty regularly. Now we had a Yasuo on the channel who was an Iron 4 0 LP that was absolutely, they were crazy, man. They were like insanely, like surprisingly good for being an Iron 4 0 LP player. I couldn't believe my eyes. Obviously, there's a whole heap of other problems that Korean players face in this particular bracket, and that like maybe they just don't have any interest in participating as a team. They're basically playing like a PvE game. And when I say PvE, I mean like a single player PvE game. They have no interest in actually engaging with their team. Helping out macro is just doesn't exist, right? Oh, hold on, we got a fight happening already. Oh, that was a nice little lead. That might just be one more tick. Okay, last tick of Ignite. But yeah, I want to see what Iron 4, you know, we've already seen what an Iron 4 Yasuo has to offer. So what about an Iron 4 Yone? So let's have a look at this today. If you're new to the channel, we do Iron Spectates in here all the time. They're a lot of fun. There's nothing like making fun of. We're not laughing at. Just remember, we're not laughing at. We're laughing with. Because I see myself in these plays all the time. Some of these players probably better than I am. I'm hard stuck Emerald 4. I hover between Emerald 4/3. It's a hellhole down there. And it is what it is. It's a nice little gank from Diana coming out. But we like to see ourselves in these plays. We like to see the mistakes that people make. And, you know, I'm not a professional coach under any circumstances. But, you know, maybe if you see a play happening and it gives you a little bit of pause for thought and think, you know what, I do that quite a lot. Maybe this is something I work on in the future. Overstaying, diving, not knowing your damage caps, picking bad fights. It's all just commonalities of things that happen in this particular rank, and it's perfectly natural. We're not professional players in the game. It's fine, you know. So subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, check out shopsaka.com for custom clothing. I almost thought that knockout was gonna hit there. Actually, Yone in a decent spot here. If he gets another Q off, he might be looking. Yeah, he's not looking alright. W came back up on the Pantheon. Gonna drop that Yone. Honestly, he didn't play the fight too badly. He very narrowly avoids like a really solid Talia gank. Diana, like, I don't want to be like you into it, but Q misses, don't get the reset. Damage isn't that great anyway. Doing it into a wave that's kind of like near. Oh wait, he did get knocked up, but he kind of like smoked through it. Yeah, I mean, it was just unlucky. I mean, you couldn't even push forward on that gank anyway because you're sitting in tower range. It's just not going to be ideal, is it? Smoner gets a pick on the bot lane. Samira should be able to pick this one up as well. I'm actually quite curious to see as well how Samira does, because that's another champion that's, you know, I would say pretty heavy on the mechanical side of things. A very flashy champion, and I think, you know, probably Korea probably loves Samira, if I was to guess. Maybe not a high tier pick. But at the same time, if you're like looking to show off and get pentakills, it's like the perfect champion to do so. Beyond that, I mean, like, if we're looking at the picks here, there's nothing particularly crazy on either side apart from like the Malphite, and I'm really praying that he's actually AP Malphite. He doesn't have Comet, so I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that's an AP Malphite. Don't recall checking it. Talia Jungle as well. Super difficult. I mean, if you play a lot of Talia, you probably don't agree with me, but like, she's a champion that I feel like you need a PhD to play, and you're either like the worst player on earth or you're Magnus Carlsen as far as it goes. Like, just a chess grandmaster. Can do everything and yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Rumble kind of just running our man down here a little bit. He's stuck. Is he stuck? Very unlucky here that didn't quite do enough damage. I mean, he might die to minions actually. He's overheated. He's taking a lot of damage from the minions here. Dude, he might actually. Hold on. Oh, he's a very. I mean, I feel like 3 caster minion auto attacks going astray there would end that Rumble's life ever so slightly. But yeah, I mean, like, I've really enjoyed doing this series so far because it's been like a great insight. I never really got to see a whole lot of. I think I maybe did like a bronze spectates before Iron existed of Korea. I don't remember how I got my hands on it. I think it was like one of my viewers was a Korean, like a Korean resident or like something, and they just happened to be like, you know, a fan of the channel at the time. And decided to drop me a line and be like, hey, check out this game. And I was like, obviously, like, you know, this was many years ago, probably like 7 odd years ago. And it seems like an exciting thing. But I think, like, you know, I say this all the time, and I swear I will die on this hill, that like League of Legends players have gotten so much better nowadays. And you know, I joked, and people pushed back on me on this one, on the YouTube shorts, on TikTok, what have you. I said you could grab like 5 players of basically any rank these days and take them on a time machine with all the knowledge that they have, all the mechanics that they have, all the years of practice that they have, back to Season 1 World Championships, and there's a good chance that they're going to 3-0 Fnatic. That's just the way it goes, man. We didn't have that level of knowledge, we didn't have that level of discipline towards the game, we didn't have that level of just like tools at our disposal to help show like mathematically what the correct optimal choices are. If we came back with all that knowledge though, I swear, and people are like, really, Iron players? There's no way. Some of the Iron players in this game, in these games that we've been watching over the last couple of weeks on this channel, could absolutely body Fnatic Season 1, win the World Championships, and go on to probably not great things, but still they would have won, okay? You'd have to teach them macro, but that's, I mean, macro is probably maybe an easier thing to learn than, well, I don't know actually. Can you teach good decision making? I don't know. I mean, who knows? I think you could probably teach macro easier than micro. Depends what champ you're talking about, of course. I would simply play champions like Malphite who require 0 mechanics. Speaking of, it's a you know what? It's a good thing to see. You know, when Malphite is in the bot lane on the support, being a kill up is just like so perfect. You're dead, you've died once, but like just having any form of advantage, having anything on your AD carry is fantastic news. We got a bit of a gank coming in. Well, it's not a gank actually, it's just Alistar, but that was like a very solid E through the Alistar. Ignite comes down. I don't think they're going to be able to get anything from this, even with the Q coming out from the Malphite, the Seismic Shard, getting a little bit of a slowdown. I mean, he's ghosted, and he's got flash up soon. I don't know if we're going to see anything happen here, though, because it does look like he's low enough that like Samir will probably body at the slightest inclination. But Rumble is level 6. Yorick's still level 5 here on top side as well, dropping the Equalizer. Flashing as well, igniting as well. Yorick Q actually doing a little bit more damage than I thought it would do. That's a 3-0 Rumble currently, who's kind of rocking it. Even with the early like invade kill, I believe, that Yorick got, it's not really been able to do much with that so far. Diana though, I mean, she's doing an objective. She's not exactly killing it in the game here. She's got a couple deaths under her belt, but at the same time, if she manages to pick up a dragon, then all is good. Meanwhile, mid lane, I feel like Pantheon probably a good matchup for Yone here. I don't know, it depends. And now, did they actually see? They actually don't know Diana's there, it would appear. They're busy fighting. Malphite is showing Smolder God right now. Now, Diana needs to be very careful here. No, this is exactly why. She's very low HP. This has got to be a pick for Samir right now. One more ult attack, boom, picks it up. Doesn't matter that the headbutt comes down. We have Yone collapsing as well though, but at the same time, like, all these people are like a little bit low HP. If she can get like her E up again, oh, it's actually quite a long cooldown. I didn't see that, bro. Okay, Malphite may have slightly ran it, okay, just a little bit. That is a really brutal miss from Yone, in all honesty. Still, Ollie comes. Oh! I almost thought that was gonna be bad news, dude. That's a great wall though. Walling the entire team off. There, I don't know if they're gonna be able to pick up the triple though. I don't know. Oh, he's just going for it, bro. There we go. Boom. There's the second one. Can we get one more? There we go. That's all 3 down. I mean 4 if you include the Diana as well. Now Diana's back in, but honestly, 3 levels deep on Pantheon. A part of me is thinking, I think Pantheon would win that. Honestly, I think Pantheon probably wins that fight. Diana doesn't have ulti. I mean, even if she did get ulti, it could be, you know, if he drops a good, well-timed E, he's blocking all the damage. But yeah, I almost thought that was gonna go wrong there with like the headbutt over the wall into the Smolder ulti, but like realistically, she was like, she had ulti, her ulti was cancelled by the headbutt, but you know, you never know because like he's very low HP, things could very easily go wrong at a moment's notice here. Now Malphite's tanking a little bit of the tower damage here as well. Smolder using his E, yeah, but damage down. Meanwhile, Samira's kind of got free reign here. She's gonna E in, she's gonna drop the ulti. He's half health, 75% of the HP is down on the Smolder now. Ali gets completely smacked. Unstoppable Force comes out, doesn't land onto anybody, but still he manages to get the seismic shard down onto the Smolder, get the slowdown. Samira's able to E in, clear up, no problem. That shouldn't have worked. Like that, like quite literally should not have happened. That was an absolute disaster on all accounts. Speaking of absolute disasters though, Rumble probably punching the monitor, punching the air. After dropping that much damage, it was a really good equalizer as well, cutting him off on that corner there, so on the tower, so that he can't actually like go through that lane. He has to warp around. That being said, though, he comes out. There's no ghouls to pick anything up here. I think Rumble's gonna have to say goodbye to the prospect of getting that kill. Yorick lives on probably single-digit HP. Super duper unlucky. But yeah, honestly, mid lane, I don't think it. I think I've seen quite a few Pantheons, by the way, already, and it's cool to see because I obviously I'm a fan of Pantheon, but I think like it's a pretty solid, at least early game. It's difficult to lose if you're playing Pantheon into Yasuo Yone. You have a real solid shot of taking those lanes down. Obviously, you get outscaled to hell and back, and like if the game goes to 30 minutes, you know, or you're not like you haven't got other lanes cooking in 30 minutes, then you could be in a spot bother because like when push comes to shove at the end of the day, even if you're fighting like the third monkey on the ramp at Noah's Ark and brother it's starting to rain, Yone and Yasuo are gonna clean house when it comes to the scaling department. That being said, this is a brutal gank. We have like Alistar knockups, we have Diana knockup, we have Yone knockups. It's just it's a bouncy castle in the mid lane. Talia's getting caught in it a little bit here, but realistically, I think she should be kind of okay. Oh, she flashes away. I don't know if that Q would have done damage, but honestly, it was a good thing that she did. It's just better for everybody. A gank that kind of went successfully there, although Alistar did get dropped, I believe, again. Now, bot lane, Unstoppable Force is coming up in 10 seconds. Alistar is moving towards mid lane right now, so we do have the potential for a dive here. We do have the potential. We got a bit of armor, Sunfire Cape coming out onto the Malphite. He probably can tank a little bit extra that tower. Smolder backing away, probably going to have to let the tower fall, unfortunately. Alistar's reaching around, so to speak, to see what he can make happen here. Meanwhile, on the top lane, let me just check out what happened there. I'm going to take a guess and say that he pressed R, if I was to guess. Ulti on cooldown. He has not got a good way of getting out of that equalizer. He was pinned out. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, they killed each other. Yorick actually makes a good trade there, or a good trade as you can make. Right, now we got 3 people hovering in. Diana. Oh wait, Diana does have ulti up actually. I tell a lie, she didn't use it in the last fight. Knockup comes out. That being said, E onto the Smolder would be fantastic. Anything to try and make something work here. Malphite is holding ulti. There's 50 different situations that he could have used that would have made that infinitely better. I do not know why he used it. Cutting like Diana off, stopping Diana from pressuring onto the Samira would have been fantastic. Using it on the Smolder so that Samira can get the CC extension into E, into trying to move her way past the Diana would have been fantastic. But just don't use it, I suppose. Why not? Man, honestly, this Alistar is roaming pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. He's got some macro shoes on. The Pantheon's getting like a little bit bent here, but that's not to say that like, you know, Talia isn't putting in some work in this game as well. She's dropping some really solid walls here. Even with like a wait, is that a prediction on the flash? That's kind of absurd. Talia must have timers or something. It drops that like, I mean, I guess like it was probably just like a good reaction time. I have to remember that these people are on like single digit ping and that people can't just react to that. I'm looking at that like my old ass probably would have dropped that diagonally into the wall and hit nobody. Okay, Unstoppable Force, he goes for the twofer, doesn't hit it. Still, we're fully stacked up here. That's a good dodge on the Pulverize as well. Knocks him away, he's now got no CC. He's now got no CC, it's time to go. Time to rock it. Flash comes out for the Malphite, Ghost comes out of the Alistar, but we got the Seismic Shard stealing 40% of that movement speed. He's not going to be able to catch up here, he's running away. Still, fantastic fight. 2 for 0. We'll love to see it. We'd love to see that. Samira getting nice and juicy, nice and fed. Collector's been picked up. Essence Reaver on the Smolder. There really isn't not all that big a difference on the item department. I guess we got BF Sword Pickaxe as well though for like maybe IE second. I don't remember what the pathing on IE is anymore. But still, at least you know Malphite kind of that was an admirable ulti. Even if he like missed one of them, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. It happens. This fight, though, is probably a bit ill-advised. Like, we don't have Malphite ulti up. You really got to pick your fights on this when you're playing this champion. That being said, though, there's like a really solid amount of damage coming out onto the Yone here. So much so that oh, Samira's heading them off at the pass here. They both killed each other. I think actually Malphite takes this down himself, man. Very nice. Another kill. Alistar roaming it up here. It's something you don't see every day, man. Ghost Alistar? Like, it makes a lot of sense. Usually you just kind of... And I don't think... he hasn't got Hex Flash either. I don't know what his secondary tree is. I got like no idea what he's going for secondary tree. Obviously he's going for like Resolve first. Makes a lot of sense, especially if you're like very dedicated to the roaming playstyle. I mean, obviously this person's got Dead Man's Plate first. I don't know if they're interested in going Moby Boots, maybe like Boots of Swiftness. But the Ghost, like... It's interesting. It's very interesting. Now... Pantheon, Smolder. Flash comes out. Holy moly, that's quite a lot of damage actually. Is he gonna hit? He's gonna land the Q. Ignite comes out. Q comes out. Doesn't even go for the charge Q. Doesn't find it necessary. So Eclipse doing a solid amount of damage to our lad there. Mid gets picked up by blue side there. Is that first tower? No, second tower of course. We got the big black hole in bot lane because the replay system is working as intended. I can see like through the map somehow. It's an interesting one because like obviously there's like a 6k gold lead right now in favor of blue side. You can maybe look at that, you know, they got like a dragon as well, like an Infernal Dragon is really nice. You could say like this game is like, you know, looking fairly Jover, but at the same time, like there's, I mean, I understand as well that our man is like 0 and 4 mid, and there's plenty of scaling potential on red side right now. You've got like Yone, he's gonna hyper scale into the late game. Smolder, like I don't need to tell you that. You give Smolder 225 stacks. Is it 225? 225 stacks. Still, I thought they nerfed it, but I don't know. I have no idea. You give Smolder 225 stacks of his Q or of his passive or what have you. Little buddy, you know what I mean? Diana's gonna be like a fantastic team fight instigator. And on top of that, man, you just can't beat a Rumble ulti when you're layering CC. Like a Diana ulti, Yone ulti, like Alistar, like it's just perfect for like dropping equalizers and like ruining lives. I mean, honestly, like, not to say that like the blue side doesn't have a little bit of scaling on the board as well. I'd say that like probably Samira doesn't really scale as much. She builds like lethality, probably doesn't scale as hard as champs like Smolder, etc., or just like crit based champs or something like that. But you know, she's decently ahead right now, so you know she may be able to break it down a little bit. Talia skills fine. I think Yorick probably skills great as well, depending on if he like. Oh, very nice. As if he adheres to the game plan of taking towers. A 2v3 double Unstoppable Force knock-up into a triple kill for Samira is going to do some mental damage, bro. Alistar is spam pigging Smolder. Quite frankly, honestly, I feel like I need to watch that fight back because I don't know what he could have done differently. Like, here's the thing, man. Why the hell is Alistar busting all his CC down on jack shit? You know? Now, obviously, that was like a very nicely timed Malphite ulti. And I don't know, maybe they're dual Q, I have no idea. But like the fact that like Unstoppable Force came down, Samira ulti straight away. So even if Alistar did have any form of CC, he would not have been able to react because he's halfway to the moon. But still, it's not like, you know, Smolder can really do anything. If all the CC has been they've busted your beans on Samira infinitely too early. You both get like absolutely wombo comboed. Like the bro doesn't have like 2k range, man. He's not able to do anything. It just shows how base Malphite support is. I'm like, I didn't pick this game because it had Malphite support in it, but it did definitely help. They definitely help, okay? Even though he's building tank and he's a coward, and he's honestly had the Bounty of Worlds up for like 5 minutes? Let me check. Does it tell you? Oh, I don't have timestamps on, so it probably won't, but he has definitely had this item for a long time. Like, at least 5 minutes, I would say. Maybe slightly less. And he could upgrade it at any time. It is there to upgrade. However, he has not. There you go. Oh, it was I second item pick up here. Alistair, honestly, like, could be a bad situation here. But you know what? Dude, the Talia is super squishy. They managed to burst it. I honestly didn't. You know what? Actually, now I'm realizing it. Diana has picked up quite a number of kills. I honestly feel like that's maybe a misguided attempt. Like, Alistair plus Diana. I know it looks like Alistair is low HP. Like, looking at these HP bars, but Alistair has only got, you know, 300 HP less than Diana in this situation. And also, like, how much armor does she have? 1/3 of the armor. It's a bit of a noob trap there when you're looking at HP bars and like you think, oh, kill him, he's low. He's got more HP than you do. He's got more HP than the other person. He's got almost as much HP as the other person, who is infinitely less squishy. Not to say that like Pantheon probably could have burst down the Diana there, but I don't know. I feel like this may be one of these situations where it's all carry pants for Samira. That was pretty brutal. Unstoppable Force is not up. Alistair is desperately trying to drag this game out of the depths a little bit here. I think he's very I mean, listen, he's making it happen here. Unstoppable Force does come out there. I don't think it even lands onto anybody, but we do have Talia coming in as well. Wall comes down, but no picks happen. I think Smolder got killed actually, but like, come on, he's been getting killed all the time. I don't think he even counts at this point, bro. This is a little bit unfortunate as well. Like, Yorick's gone for the Mob Arteus rush. He's obviously dealing with a top and top side that are like fully AP. Like your Diana, Rumble dishing out plenty of AP. But now he's like bot lane. He's matching like an AD guy, and he's just like not equipped to handle this situation at all. Very unfortunate. But what are you gonna do? Yorick's got like a 20 minutes, 140 CS. Pretty, like 150 CS is pretty decent actually, though I would say. Red team are trying to surrender. Two people don't wanna. Now Smolder's died a decent amount, but what are we sitting on with Smolder stacks right now? That's the real question. 169. That's honestly seems pretty solid, I would say. Given his CS as well, you know. I just realized, yeah, that he has. It's even worse of a play from Pantheon because you're bashing yourself into like an aftershock Alistair who has over 200 armor when he presses any button. It's kind of nasty. He wants Samira. But look at that damage, man. Oh my goodness. I don't know if they're going to be able to pick this up, though. Too much CC's coming out. Smolder queuing into the face of that Samira, actually managing to break it down a little bit here. Managed to get some damage. I don't know if... I think they need to switch targets here. This is no offense to the Smolder here, brother. I'm nothing personal here. Alistair... Unstoppable. I mean, you're gonna have to break it down on your own here. You're gonna have to be the one that takes care of this. That being said, do have Thornmail. If the Smolder, I mean, 1 Q will do it. There we go. Boom, bang, bang. Now we're gonna have the wet noodle fight happening. They've actually got the same HP though. Like basically, there's 100, maybe 50 HP between the two of them. But it's just not worth it, man. It just ain't. Like, what are we doing here, man? You know, if you both fight, you're just not gonna kill each other. You're just gonna overstay. Run into a jungler somewhere down the line. Second dragon for blue side though, that's really good. It may end up costing her life, but at the same time, you know what? I'd say probably worth, man. I'd say probably worth. Yorick did die, I believe, top side. No, was it top side? It could have been bot side actually. Maybe like through a dive. Honestly, I'm not sure. Is that no? It's not Pantheon Ollie that's coming out. Funnily enough, I really haven't seen a tremendous amount of Pantheon always like hitting the deck, so to speak, this game, which is fine. Honestly, like it feels like one of those games where maybe. Doesn't really matter all that much. I mean, I feel like he probably could have better CS, but you know, especially if your bot lane's like super hard winning, you could like definitely do some dives here, or like maybe help out Yorick or something like that. I don't really know how valuable Yorick's gonna be though. This could be nasty though. That being said though, oh no, here comes Diana. She does have ulti. She's gonna need to play this a little bit. Oh, I don't think she can. She flashed back towards the enemy tower. Now Alistair's here. Yorick's in the middle of the muck again. I mean, Malphite's rotating upwards, but he doesn't have Unstoppable Force, so he's not really going to be able to do anything apart from throwing wheels of cheese at people. And that ain't going to be the trick. That ain't going to do the trick, is it? Bro, Malphite is absolutely gunning it, man. Holy dead man's. He's gunning it, bro. He's flying. I don't know what he's doing, man. He's just causing problems for the sake of causing problems, man. Yeah, I'm gonna knock you into your own tower. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. I mean, to be fair, it's a great Q target for Malphite. For Malphite. He's Ghost. Oh, hold on. This is dangerous news for Smolder. Smolder's kind of been baited a little bit here. Unstoppable Force comes out. He comes out from the Samira, instantly killed. And that's kind of Alistair's fault, man. He's like, he's forcing this fight. Granted, their vision is like crazy. Like, I'll be real with you. They got like a lot of vision in topside jungle. But still, though. Oh, the dodge of the ulti. And the ulti comes out as well. Failing the flash over the wall into Raptor Pit as well. Oh my god, that was actually really, really solid. Dude, I don't know what the hell this Yoni's been up to, bro. I swear I've seen him do like nothing. That's like I've did it the last 2 times I've panned to him. He's just been W'd by Pantheon and Q'd and killed, and that's it. I don't know, man. 265, maybe an unlucky game, perhaps, perchance. Go for the like Blade the Rune King Immortal Shield Bow. I don't know if that's really going to do the trick and help him here, though. That equalizer, uncharacteristically bad. That barely touches the Samira. They're just going to be able to take Inhib here. Alistair, not going to be able to do a tremendous amount to stop this either. Aftershock damage is going to make sure he gets out a little bit here, but at the same time, we're taking other stuff as well as that. We got like Yorick pushing. We're kind of 1-3-1 right now, and that like Talia is closer to mid than she is to anywhere else, so it's, you know, that's the 3. But not really a tremendous amount of support. I mean, to be clear, I mean, I feel like they could probably like end the game there. Talia coming in a little bit later on that one. I don't know if they're going to be able to get any picks here. Unstoppable Force does come out. Okay, Talia managed to get it down. Managed to break it down a little bit. Yoni going to be slapping the Malphite. He is doing a bit of damage, man. He is doing a bit of damage. Surprisingly not taking too much there himself either, despite the Thornmail, despite the god knows how much. It'd be great if Malphite could upgrade his Bounty of Worlds, for God's sake, bro. Like, come on. It has been like 10 minutes since you got that. You can upgrade it. Like, you know, Celestial Opposition, if you want to do that. Get that. Get something. Get Slay. Get Blood Song. We love a Blood Song, don't we? He's never going to catch this Pantheon, I'm afraid. However, he may make you see God. He may just do it, man. Prothean Hydra, second item. Feels like his build has just been binned, man. Because he obviously like forced himself into. I don't think this Yorick's gonna be in this game. I'll be real with you. I think it's gonna take infinitely too long. You know, second item at 26 minutes. Yeah, that's all well and good. It is what it is. Like, bad game, but like, you know, you force yourself off the beaten path a little bit there, because you've had to go. You know, Mortma Mortius to try and stay alive in lane. But it's just not exactly the tower pressure that you're looking for, not exactly the damage you're looking for. Like, if you're going for the lethality build, you're already too bad. I feel like it is too late, because it's just going to be outscaled already by the time you're done with it, you know? I'm not saying that, like, lethality is, like, a win more build, like, on any champion necessarily, because there's always going to be champions that you could, like, theoretically, like, smack around, right? You're not going to be against 5 tanks every game, but I feel like, man, and you can absolutely see that I'm full of nonsense right now. You know, I feel like it's supposed to be something that, like, is better rarely, doesn't necessarily scale comparatively to other items, and maybe, like, percentage of, like, armor later in the game as champions naturally become more tanky from their base armor and magic resistance increases. Could be absolute bollocks, I'm talking, though. Will Yorick get the pick, though? 1E could change this man's life. He does manage to get it. Bane doing a little bit of work there. Bro is 3-8, and he could not care less. He's walking it straight in. Yana, kind of trapped in the cage a little bit there. Would be probably ideal if you, like, maybe walked out a little bit. Walked out of the cage. Diana is forced to, like, either come out, use her E again, which I don't think she has, or alternatively, let yourself heal up a little bit off of Maiden. But who am I to judge? It is what it is. I don't feel like Pantheon has really been all that mega impact this game either, actually. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like the impact is solely coming from bot lane. And I'm a respecter of the Malphite pressing, you know, R. That's all good, well and good. If they grouped, this game would be over. But, like, Jesus, man, you actually, like, like, from what I've seen, and this is, like, no disrespect to the region, because, like, to be clear, you know, like, what has EUS got, or NA got going for it necessarily on the world stage? Their macro it's like herding cats, man. Like, watching the macro, and I understand that they are iron, but I see better macro in Iron for US NA, hands down. Like, at the very least, they know how to group together and like act like they want to fight, but they want to fight as like big flashy team fights, man. They're happy to duke it out, but they want to duke it out with other people. They don't want to be like, I'm gonna 1v9 this game. They do want to 1v9 it, but they're happy to, like, for the most part, I would argue, do it as a squad or as a unit. A bit more like a bit less apprehensive when it comes to like working together. But yeah, I mean, they managed to do it. They basically just 2v9 that game. You could argue 1v9, but we're going to give Malphite the credit where credit is due here. Regardless, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please consider subscribing for more Iron Spectates. Maybe suggest the champion you want to see from like Korean Iron 4 or maybe other regions as well. I've been enjoying the Korea one though, I will say, since I had my inside man. Check out shopsycho.com if you're looking to pick up some cool clothing. This oversized t-shirt, very comfortable, very good if you've got a big belly like me. And have a wonderful day. I'll see you all next time.